gentlemen, welcome to Just for Fun Games podcast, episode 7. I'm your host, Nick, aka Roy, and joining me, as always, is my good friend, Azzy.
My name is Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite podcast on the Citadel.
That's what you had to say? Really? Oh, Lord. He probably passes his podcast. He's like, man, fuck that. I'm going over there. But anyway, today we have a jam-packed show for you. So sit back, relax, because it's going to be a ride. So today's topics include Borderlands 3 cosplay not coming to PlayStation, Ubisoft's next video game movie, Dead by Daylight Resident Evil crossover, Dragon Quest 12 announcement, Sonic's 30th anniversary, Dying Light 2, Far Cry 6, and Horizon Forbidden West events. So before we talk about that, John, what's your status with Mass Effect right now? Because I'm on Mass Effect 3 right now, and I'm playing this damn game, and I'm like, I really want a Mass Effect 3 multiplayer back. I just did the Cerberus lab, and I'm like, oh man, I remember playing this stage, you know, going through those tight corners and stuff, and it was so fun. And then the mission was over, and I was feeling kind of lonely. I miss having a squad, taking down Cerberus or, you know, the Reapers. Yeah, there was some other enemy I can't remember. It was Geth? Yeah, okay.
Well, you had it was the enemies were mercenaries, Reapers, or Geth.
Cerberus.
Dear much phone.
What? Wait, you looking it up? I'm pretty sure it was Cerberus.
Oh no. Yeah, no. So there were 4 enemy types because you had Cerberus, Reapers, Geth, and mercenaries. Because mercenaries is where you'd fight Krogan and Batarians and
it's been a
Borcha.
while. It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been, well, I mean, they said that if there was a big enough demand for it, then they'd work on releasing the multiplayer as its own thing, which I would like I'd like better than them taking development time away from doing the single player in order to do the multiplayer.
Yeah,
that's how we got Anthem.
Fuck that game. But yeah, you know, I just posted I got the platinum for Mass Effect 2. But I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't easy.
I'm currently working on Mass.
Yeah, it wasn't easy because, you know, somebody at the end had to fuck it up at the end, and let me tell you who fucked it up.
Oh no!
Just guess. Guess who fucked it up?
Did you let Morden die?
No, that if you want to get technical, Morden died on my first Xbox 360 playthrough. He survived this one, but somebody else died. And was causing
Jacob.
Nope. He was causing me. I'm gonna let you know it's a he. He was causing me problems. I'm like, how is he not staying alive? I had to play this damn ending like 5 times before this damn platinum popped up.
Not Morden, not Jacob.
Nope. You got.
It couldn't be Garrus.
You got Garrus, Thane.
Oh wait, Zahid?
Yes. He was being a bitch.
That's funny. That is funny because my nephew went through the same thing. He didn't repeat it to try and like fix the outcome, but when he finished Mass Effect 2, the only person who died was Zahid, which he didn't mind because he hated him.
Yeah, but I'd say because apparently he's not loyal when you decline, you know, when you're doing his loyalty mission. You've either saved the people at the factory or whatever this place is called, or you go after the dude he's chasing. So if you go after the dude he's chasing and kill him, he's going to be loyal. Apparently he doesn't become loyal if you try to save the people in the factory. So I saved the people in the factory, being a good guy that I am. He wasn't loyal at the end. So, you know, I'm thinking, he was going to make
I did the same thing. But that was how I always did it. I never had a problem with Zahid dying. I actually, thanks to a friend of mine warning me about Morden's fragility, I've never had someone die in the suicide mission. but I've never finished the game with the entire Normandy crew surviving because I didn't know at the time. I didn't know my initial playthrough that there was a limited number of missions you could do, and in my most recent playthrough before this came out, I was able to save half the crew, never the full crew. I'm trying to go for the full
Okay,
thing.
about to say, I'm gonna give you a heads up. Anybody else that is watching as well. When you get the mission to go get the Reaper IFF, don't do it. You have plenty of time to do the rest of the missions in the game. Side quests, like I this time I didn't even do all the side quests. I was like, I just want to get to the end, finally finish this game, and I enjoyed it. And like I said, I'm on Mass Effect 3 right now.
The one thing though that I'm worried about is in order to get that perfect ending, even to get the chance at it, once you get the Reaper IFF, you only get like one mission you get to do before you're at the point of no return. That mission has to be that mission has to be Legion's loyalty mission. I'm just worried that I won't actually get it before I can.
Like I said,
you're literally recruiting him, and then immediately you need to be doing his loyalty mission. I'm just hoping that it worked out that way.
Because I'm gonna tell you how it played out. I waited when I got the option to go get the Reaper IFF. I was like, okay, I know this is where Legion shows up. Let me go ahead, get my upgrades for my ship, do whatever loyalty missions I need to do for all my crew members, and all that other side quest kind of stuff. And once I got the Reaper IFF, Kelly Chambers was like, Legion wants to talk to you. I talked to her, and Legion was like, okay,
the worst change of the entire game.
I don't know why they did that. I hate it. I want my red head back. Come on, give me my red head.
It's possibly not necessarily their fault. Apparently, they used an AI in order to up-res a lot of the visuals for the character models. So it could be a thing where when they ran Kelly Chambers through that AI program, it made her horrific, and they had to make those changes because at the time it wouldn't have worked. I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I'm running into way more bugs than I ever remember when I played it back in the day.
I ran into a few bugs, and that was just like lighting. Some little pops will show up. I had one instance where I think I got stuck and I had to restart the game. I was like, okay, but other than that, plays the same. And it's so weird jumping from it's so weird jumping from each game anyway. From 1's combat to 2's combat, and then going to 3, and I'm like, oh, I can finally roll. Because I'd be like in Mass Effect 2, I'd be like trying to get on the cover. I gotta jump around, like actually turn the whole entire analog stick to get in the cover. I'm like, oh, just give me the roll. So
yeah.
Anyway,
I think I forgot that rolling was a thing.
Yeah.
Until you mentioned it.
Yeah, it's vital. Definitely vital in 3. But anywho, so let's talk about some of this gaming news that just was pretty much like a pre-E3 week almost. But one thing that wasn't like part of E3 is Borderlands 3 players will soon be able to group up together to hunt for loot across the galaxy, across platforms, unless their friends are on PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. So, Randy Pitchford, president and CEO of Borderlands, developer Gearbox Software, tweeted on Thursday morning that he had good news and bad news. Good news was Gearbox had ready an update for the game that will add crossplay support across all platforms. The bad news, 2K Games, Borderlands 3 publisher, required Gearbox to remove crossplay support for PlayStation consoles in order to obtain certification to release the patch. So only people that can crossplay is PC, Mac, Stadia, and Xbox. So no crossplay for PlayStation. I know this
has been a consistent like face plant of Sony for years now, and I don't understand why. I don't. It's simple that could just make a lot of people happy, and nope.
Yeah, during they got the whole Epic and Apple court case. They have revealed that it costs money to add crossplay on Sony's platform. So I don't know if this is Gearbox trying to stick or 2K game. I don't know. Either one of them damn companies is they trying to stick it to Sony, be like, hey, you gotta change your ways, man. I'll say we're not paying the fee. And at this point, I don't like it either. But I mean, I don't play Borderlands. You and your crew do. So I don't know. Like y'all guys are already playing on PlayStation together. So I don't know.
Hurt me at all. It doesn't hurt. It honestly doesn't hurt me at all. It's just indicative to the few things that people can attack us for being like PlayStation stands. It's like we can't get backwards compatibility and we can't get crossplay because Sony wants that money. It actually reminds me of what it reminds me of what Apple does a lot of the time. Like you can't for a lot of games and apps on like Apple devices, you can't buy anything through the device itself because Apple charges the company for any transactions that you do. For instance, like once upon a time when I had an iPhone, like the last time I had an iPhone, I get a ton of digital comics. I couldn't buy them through the app like I'm normally used to. I would have to buy them on the site, then download the comics on the app because Apple's bullshit.
Yeah. But I mean, it sucks for anybody that has friends on a different console. I mean, I like when Sony didn't want to add crossplay support to Fortnite. It sucked because I had other people playing on Xbox and Nintendo Switch, so I would have to get on the Nintendo Switch to play Fortnite. And I'm gonna tell you, it's not the best experience. It's fun, still okay, but if you want the graphics to look good and all that, yeah, it's better to play on the console or a PC. But I mean, sucks. That's all I can tell you. Sony better wise up and don't be charging people for crossplay. I mean, you got your slogan is "Play has no limits." There is a limit now. You can't play crossplay with Borderlands 3. So sucks. But any other thoughts about that? All right, you done? You good about that? Yeah, waiting on
sorry.
you.
You're no. You can cut this part. Sometimes it's hard to follow you because I'm still getting like some laggy audio on your end.
Yeah, I don't know why it's lagging. So hold on. Let me pause it.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. The first full trailer for the upcoming film Werewolves Within has dropped, offering a longer look at the wicked and wild horror economy from IFC Films. The story is that a mysterious killer has begun terrorizing the snow-in residents of a small town. That means a new forest ranger, an outsider to the community, will now have to piece together clues in order to find whomever or whatever is responsible for the violence. The trailer shows how complete an R rating. Hold on, I don't even know where they went with that. Hold on. The trailer shows how complete with an R rating the film's hero will certainly have his work cut out for him. That is, if the monster doesn't cut through him first. So going further down in this story, because it was like this trailer, I was seeing it pop up everywhere. I was like, why is this like one movie showing up on game websites? Apparently, it's based off a Ubisoft game of the same name, which was a multiplayer VR.
Yeah, man.
Multiplayer VR set in a medieval fantasy town where is being attacked by a werewolf. So, talking about the game real quick, the game, those familiar who played the game you would gather with a group of friends who was tasked with either finding the werewolves or killing the townspeople as a werewolf themselves. So. I never played this game, even if I had VR. I had it.
Wait, that's the game? I thought this was based on the game where it was kind of like it was effectively Among Us, except you had to figure out which player was the werewolf.
I mean, I guess it's the same thing. I've never played it. Neither
have I. I've heard about the game plenty of times.
But I mean, oh damn shit! You know what? This whole time I'm supposed to be playing the trailer while this is in the background. But anyway, so I got the trailer playing now. But yeah, I never played it. But like when I watched the trailer, I was like, okay, it's kind of a horror comedy. I love those kind of things. But,
it seems like you're trying to be Cabin in the Woods.
Yeah, but it's weird because I'm watching it. I was like, oh, it's just a monster killing people, and then it twists. It'd be like, wait a minute. Somebody could be the werewolf in here. And we're like, is it you? Is it you? I'm like, so it's got the Among Us thing, or the movie The Thing. So that's what got me intrigued about this. I can't wait to see this film.
I love a whodunit, especially one that allows the audience to try to figure out the tenets of the crime and the methodology, and perhaps figure out the culprit before the movie does. Like Knives. Have you seen Knives? If you haven't seen Knives, you need to watch fucking
What's
Knives.
Knives? Knives Out or
Knives. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Knives Out.
okay?
Knives Out. Uh,
Yeah, I'm sitting there like,
recent,
yeah,
really good whodunit type
yeah.
movie.
That Knives Out was
Better
really
than
good.
Murder on the Orient Express. Sorry for those that like classic movie or remakes of classic movies or the book, but Knives Out was fucking amazing. I
Yeah.
can't wait for the next two
Oh
movie.
yeah, they already starting to work on their cast and everything like that. I can't wait for Knives Out too, but I still can't wait for this one either. So yeah.
Oh yeah, no, this looks really good.
Yeah.
As a guy who doesn't typically watch horror movies, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah. Hold on a second. God damn it.
It's got a kind of like Shaun of the Dead kind of humor to it.
It might. I mean, this. I think that was made by Edgar Wright, and he's got an actual
Yeah.
horror movie coming out. Last Night in Soho or something like that. It has I can't
Oh
remember.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I
that.
can't remember if I saw the trailer yet or not.
Yeah, it looks weird. That's all I can tell you. Looks weird. I'll go see it.
That's an Edgar Wright movie. Let's be honest.
Hey man, he made Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz and all that, like all the comedy stuff that I like. So this is totally different for him, from what at least I know. But what was on my next story? I'm gonna just touch on it briefly. I'm not gonna go too deep into it. You know, fucking Dead by Daylight is getting Resident Evil crossover. I know I'm tired of talking about Resident Evil, but this was pretty cool to see. You got Nemesis as the monster character, and Leon and Jill Valentine as the survivor characters. I don't play this game. Isaac plays it, and I know he's excited to play it. So
I'm not a fan of the game myself either. I don't like the type of. It's very much the type of game that where it throws you in. You have to figure out the controls as you go. I feel like that's the worst intro for new players because
yeah,
it's a recipe for frustration. Like I jumped into that game as the monster and got bullied by the other players who obviously knew what the fuck they were doing. Though in this specific example, if you're playing the Nemesis and you can't make yourself say stars every 6 seconds, it's like, why would you do this?
stars.
Stars.
Just don't make him sound like the one from what's it called? Not Resident Evil Apocalypse. It was I think it was Operation Raccoon City game.
Apocalypse. Yeah, because
No, he sounded
Apocalypse.
horrible.
That was the second movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the second movie. I'm talking about the game in Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. He's like stars. I'm like, what did they do to my? They killed my boy. They killed my boy.
My boy.
What did they done to my boy?
All right.
So moving on. Like we're not gonna dwell too much into that. But anyway, Square Enix has officially announced Dragon Quest XII: The Flames of Fate, revealing the game at the end of a brief live stream aired whatever day that was for its 35th anniversary. God damn, 35 years old. Shoot, it's older than me. It was confirmed that Dragon Quest XII is planned for worldwide launch, but a release date has not been discussed. Square Enix also stopped short of confirming any platforms Dragon Quest XII is headed for. No trailer or teaser was unveiled. Only a logo was showcased.
Now let me spill some tea on this game.
Go ahead.
And
because you know more about Dragon Quest than I do. I've only played 8, and I never played 8 to start to finish. I played bits and pieces, and I was just like, okay, I could tell this is a good game, but I'm just not really feeling it.
That's because of my friend Sean, who introduced me to Dragon Quest with Dragon Quest VII, and I loved it.
Ooh,
and
7.
most recently, the most recent release has been obviously Dragon Quest XI, which they just released on the PlayStation 4. If you haven't played it, I'd recommend it. It's what I like about it is that it maintains a classic turn-based style of combat, which is very bereft of, to be honest. It's like the two remaining big budget RPGs with turn-based combat are Persona and Dragon Quest. And this game, Dragon Quest 12, with after a recent interview, has been confirmed to be a darker, grittier Dragon Quest title meant for adults that is not going to have turn-based combat. It's like, oh no,
Ooh.
what's going on?
No turn
This is a
based?
formula that has worked for 35 years. No turn-based combat.
I don't know, man. I about to say that's what I miss about like Final Fantasy is the turn based. You know, I mean, I gotten used to the whole new, you know, kind of Kingdom Hearts kind of gameplay and stuff like that. But I like to jump back into the
Action RPG.
You know, I like to slow it down. Let me hack. Take my time playing the game.
I highly recommend Dragon Quest 11. It's that if you miss that style of RPG where in order to actually finish the game, it takes like 120 some hours. It's got a very long story that is it takes its time. It plots out a course and it totally delivers. It like every Dragon Quest game lulls you into thinking that the story is going to be very simplistic and boring, and then it's like, oh wait, shit's happening now. Oh, shit's really happening right now. What's going to happen next? Not to mention in Dragon Quest 11, and like it has a cast of like 6, 7 characters, and every single one of them you can customize them as far as how they fight. Like each one will have 3 different weapons they can utilize, which gives them different abilities and such. So there's a level of customization there as well. Not to mention, great like Akira Toriyama type visuals if you miss that style as well.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Dragon Quest 11 because I'm over here. I got my little Xbox, and I'm like, damn, what games could I play on here? And Game Pass has Dragon Quest 11. I'm like, and it made me like, it was like, you know what? I just started it. I am not finished because I'm always looking to make. I'm always looking to make content. So I'm gonna make a video of games that you should download if you have an Xbox and Game Pass. So
that might be very helpful because I feel like everyone who only has an Xbox is constantly facing that question. What do I play on this?
I mean, there's other games you can play, but like I'm gonna break it down to like each genre and stuff. And like RPG, I saw Dragon Quest 11 was up there. If you want to shade, if you want to go old school, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 is up there. I mean, they got some games up there. I'm like like the other day, I'm just sitting there. Oh, what games could I play on here? I'm still playing my PlayStation 5, which, by the way, went and bought another game today for my PS5, and that was Judgment. So I'm going to try that, see how that is.
Okay. All right.
But moving on, we're not talking about more Xbox stuff. No, it's still kind of Xbox because it's coming out for Xbox as well. Dying Light 2 is coming December 7th, and boy, oh boy, this game looks motherfucking amazing. But let me read a little quick tidbit from this. Set 20 years after the events of Dying Light 2, Stay Human sets players off on a romp through the city, humanity's last stronghold, which they'll explore using an advanced parkour mechanics and, when necessary, tactical combat. As in the first game, gameplay will change with the dynamic day-night combat, day-night cycles which we will see more and more powerful zombies emerge when the sun goes down. But nighttime also offers opportunities for high-value looting that just aren't there during the day. More risk, more reward. The new game will be bigger than original Dying Light and expand parkour abilities such as a larger map, narrative choices, and will have impact on the game world. John, I know you haven't played this game, the first one. I don't know. Maybe you have. My kid and my ex played this game a hell of a lot. And what's your thoughts on this game, man?
Feel like Hawkeye in the rain.
Don't give me
hope.
Don't give you hope. What's the problem?
Dude, I'm scared to be hyped for this game. I'm scared to be hyped for this game because I've been burned several times recently.
I'm
It
telling.
looks so damn good. It's Mirror's Edge meets Zombie Apocalypse. I told you, I really want you to do a cut of that trailer with Still Alive in the background.
I'll tell you this. Go ahead. I don't know how much it costs, or go pick up the first game. Pick up the first game and tell you and get a feel of that, because it looks pretty much gameplay wise all the same. I mean, you might have a new couple abilities here and there, but I like it. When I played it, I only played it for a few days. I was in that moment where I was just buying games, playing them, dropping them off, never finishing them. But I know Isaac has put in time into this game, and I've seen him play it, and he's just at the point he's just messing around with zombies and stuff. He'll just drop kick one in the back of the head and just keep on running, But when it's nighttime is no joke. Nighttime, you better run your ass. I'm about to say that's all I can tell you.
No. And that's the shit that gets me when they were talking about in one of the when they were talking about how at night when the zombies come out, that means they leave their dens, which makes them the prime opportunity to roll the dice and try to raid those dens for treasure and materials and whatnot. It's like, oh shit. So not only is it like a open world first person action game with like dialogue choices and a sprawling story, but it's also effectively a survival horror game where if I want to get the good shit, I gotta go down into a zombie's hole.
Yeah, so
God damn.
Hey, I'm telling you, just give it a shot.
We're going to talk about it later. We're going to talk about it later. But here's the reality of the situation. When I thought I was watching Far Cry 6 gameplay, it was actually Dying Light 2. I was like, oh shit, all right. What? Okay. It's like I remember like earlier on they showed more gameplay where they actually involved like dialogue choices and how that changed the gameplay.
Yeah, it's like you can destroy.
I'm there for that shit.
Yeah, about to say you can destroy like part of the city, and then that city might open up or it might not. So that's pretty cool. I like to see where that goes. But I mean, but keep it hush hush.
And and they were talking about there were 3 factions in the city that you had to deal with, and it's very much a thing of like you can ally with one or you can play all of them off on each other, and while breaking them down to their to like a 1-sentence description, you might imagine that this is the good one, this is the bad one, but they assured that there are well-rounded characters in each of the factions that blur the lines and fit into that gray area. So I'm so fucking sold, and I'm afraid of it.
Well, you got until December 7th, so change your mind.
Hey,
plenty of time. But say I'm already bit into it because they had a big old collector's edition, and I pre-ordered that, and that is not going to me. That is going to Isaac because this is his game, so he'll enjoy that.
That's awesome. That is
so
awesome.
Which is funny because he doesn't know. He doesn't know, so he didn't. Unless he gets this far into the podcast, there's your little Christmas gift. All right, Oh shit! But it's cool. I don't know if you've seen the collector's edition. It's like the main protagonist fighting off a zombie, and there's a little street lamp, and the street lamp is actually a UV light.
Shit! I only know the main protagonist in that game from his feet and his fists.
I like I said, I didn't
as well as the floating body parts.
Like these live streams that happened this week, I was at work. I didn't get to watch them, so I got to find I just okay, show me the gameplay. Show me the gameplay. What it looks like. I watched all the other stuff later. But hold on, I actually did watch one event, and that was the Sonic 30th anniversary. And the only thing I could get excited for is the Sonic Origins collection, which was Sonic 1 through. Not if you want to count Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic CD. And I never played Sonic CD.
It was I did. Not the best. It was my hope that with the success of the movie and with the sequel for that movie coming out, that's going to put enough public attention onto Sonic as a franchise, that we might get something that they actually invest some money into, so that we can actually be excited about the next Sonic game, as opposed to assuming it's going to be bad. But like a Sonic game made in the last 15 to 20 years, that live stream was a lot of fluff with no payoff. It was.
Hey man, you never
Oh,
about to say,
God.
hey, look, is it Sonic
Dude,
Color?
it couldn't even start right. It couldn't even start right.
Look, about to say, I was
5 seconds into it.
I was watching it. I was like, "What happened?" It started. The dude started talking, and then it went back to the stream is about to begin. You know, sit back, relax. I'm like, did they just rewind their own video for the presentation? Okay, maybe they took something out at the last minute. Like, we got to do some copy and paste.
Celebrating Sonic for 30 years. Here's some like collaboration promos for games that aren't being played.
Yeah, and what sucked about the event is like they mentioned other Sonic projects. I'm like, just show me those. About to say, you give me the tease for the next gen Sonic. I don't know what it is. You threw a mystery ass symbol at the end, and I'm like, is this another Sonic Adventure?
I'm sorry.
Sonic Adventure, Sonic Mania.
I'm sorry.
You know, what is. I can't get excited for
it. But that's not that. It wasn't even a good tease. It was Sonic running, and there were like a particle effect after his feet that made it look digital. Is he in the Matrix? Who the fuck knows? Like, if you're going to tease us, actually show us something that looks tantalizing. It's very much a thing. Like, I understand the necessity. 30 years is the benchmark. I love Sonic as much as I get disappointed with Sonic. I love Sonic, and I want good things for the franchise. But if you don't got nothing, don't show nothing.
At least show me the teaser for Sonic 2. Give me the teaser for Sonic 2 or something.
Yes.
You know, no, you show me merch. You show me like fucking toys. I don't mind toys. Toys are cool, but you're showing me fucking necklaces.
Sonic Colors.
Sonic Ice.
Of the recent Sonic games, Sonic Colors is one of the few that got like a 75 as far as rating. So re-releasing that one, yeah, because it was on a Nintendo console, I believe. But re-releasing Colors makes sense. Coming out with like an animated series based on Colors, like, okay, now you're milking it. We know that we're getting another animated series on Netflix, which, for those of us that aren't old fogies like us, part of Sonic's big appeal that kept it and made it stick around were the cartoons.
Oh yeah, come on now.
So
love those cartoons.
That's great. That's exciting. Show us the Netflix show. Show us a clip from the Netflix show. Like, I feel like whatever they could have had, it wasn't ready yet. But they still need to do this live stream.
Oh, I feel like they didn't have to do it, but
nah.
Yeah, hey,
that was just sad.
Sonic
Mario never. They don't ever need to do shit for Mario.
Because Mario's that G. He's that G. He doesn't need to have a live stream. But like, I just got to put a game out, only be out there for a few months, and then if they don't buy it, you ain't never gonna get it again. So,
okay, well, to feed the rivalry, the Mario Brothers movie is still shit.
Yeah. Anywho, going off of that, next up is the Far Cry 6 event, and let me read here. Today, Ubisoft revealed our first good look at the gameplay of Far Cry 6. It includes missile launching backpack, guerrilla warfare, and a bunch of guns, like a typical Far Cry game. Also, they shared the release date for October 7th for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, PC, and Stadia. During Ubisoft's Far Cry 6 live stream, we learned more about the game's main character, Danny Rojas. Or I think that's how you say it. Your main character can either be a man or a woman, and you'll be able to customize them further as they move up in the ranks of the revolution. You already know I'm going female, So Rojas will be able to sneak around the island, offering bribes or hiding their weapons to pass government troops. You'll be able to create unique weapons using junk. One weapon even fires CDs at enemies while playing the Macarena. Announced back.
Macarena.
announced back. Announced back in July 2020. Far Cry 6 is set a small faction islands nation of Yara, which, according to Ubisoft, is heavily inspired by real-world Cuba. The game's main villain is Anton Castillo, a ruthless dictator played by. You're gonna have to say that. Giancarlo, I guess that's how you say it.
Giancarlo Esposito.
There you go. Far Cry 6 was originally planned to be released in February of the year, but was delayed due to production challenges related to working from home during the COVID-19 pandemic. So, John, have you played any Far Cry games?
Not a one.
Damn. Okay.
Not a one, but I was like, getting into like that cinematic trailer that we saw, like what feels like eons ago, really got me interested. And not to mention the gameplay from Dying Light that I thought was Far Cry. But honestly, I didn't see the part in the trailers where they said that like the main character could be either sex. So I just assumed that the main character was female. I was like, well, I'm good with this. That's great. Watching the gameplay, I like it. I mean, it looks good. It's got a lot of character, if you understand what I'm saying. Like the makeshift weapons, the notion that you can like the way you traverse in the environment can change the way the missions pan out. Like you can take these back roads where you're less likely to attract attention, or you can just drive straight into wherever the hell you're going and then try to lie your ass off as you like sneak past guards and whatnot. That was pretty cool. I mean, not to mention like the pet sidekicks. Like, did you see that?
Oh, he's still in the internet right now. He's still in the internet. You talk about the little dog in the little wheelchair thing. Yep.
Yeah. The little dog or the crocodile.
Yeah,
it made me think of Metal Gear. To be honest.
I'm just hoping that dog is not like a bomb. And be like, go in there.
No,
go in there.
No,
I'm like, please
no,
don't.
I think what I read was that he's supposed to be a distraction and he's supposed to bring you shit.
But like,
oh god, now somebody's gonna like mock that up in an animated form.
But my first Far Cry game I played was Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, which was basically a spin-off of Far Cry 3, and it was it was making spoofs at 80s, movies and stuff like that. So I enjoyed that.
That was the one where you could fight the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right?
I don't remember that at all. I've got 100% of that game. It was basically like they took like even the soundtrack from 80s, movies and stuff like that. It was good. It's a good Far Cry game to play.
It's the Vice City of Far Cry games.
Yeah, but I played Far Cry 5. And that I really enjoyed that one. I didn't play the little spin-off one with it was spin-off of 5. It was called New Dawn. I didn't finish that one up. But I enjoyed it. It's just funny how wild this game is. It is so random. So if you try to play this game, you're going to see some wild shit. Because there was one, like, it made it on Kotaku's highlight reel where I was just out there. Like, one of the challenges, like, the trophies for the game was to get, like, collect all the fish or something. I'm out there in the middle of nowhere fishing, and a boat just comes out of nowhere and the fucking drops a dead body right by me and goes off. I'm like, I'm getting framed for murder. What is this? But I can't wait. I don't think they announced any multiplayer. I know the last two games had multiplayer in it where you and another companion can play the game and like do crazy shit. That's all it is. So I hope it's more crazy shit.
One thing though is that cinematic trailer had like Giancarlo Esposito's character looked so damn good in that cinematic trailer. Seeing him in gameplay, it triggers the uncanny valley. Like it's almost like, hey, look, it's Esposito if his face melted.
Hey, can't gotta make the game look good somehow. So
Yeah, it just takes an adjustment.
but last but not least, out of this whole game related news weekend is the one we all been waiting for. What does Sony have up their sleeve? And we got some Horizon Forbidden West gameplay reveal. And yeah, this game fucking looks amazing. Let me read this little thing from IGN here. So, Sony and Guerrilla Games presented Horizon Forbidden West State of Play that featured 14 minutes of gameplay for the much anticipated PS5 and PS4 exclusive. I didn't know it was coming out on PS4. While no release date was given, we did learn a ton of new details on the sequel to 2017's Horizon Zero Dawn. The sequel picks up 6 months after the events of Horizon Zero Dawn, and Aloy has traveled west to investigate a mysterious, deadly blight. Yeah, in the State of Play gameplay demo, Aloy has sent her friend and returning character, Aaron, I guess. I don't remember these characters' names. Into the remains of San Francisco to recover an important artifact. He gets captured and by a rebel faction that has somehow learned to override and control machines, and Aloy has come to the rescue. What other stuff? Aloy will need help. All the help she can get in Forbidden West, as many of her new tools will help her not only survive and traverse the world with ease, but give her new options to take on her foes. The Pullcaster is a hook shot type tool that allows her to speed up climbing and reach far away points to escape danger. The Shield Wing is a technologically advanced glider that will not only let her safely descend from great heights, but will also let her surprise enemies from above. The Diving Mask gives Aloy the ability to swim underwater long as she needs. Underwater gameplay play as much a bigger role and will offer Aloy tactical advantages when deciding how to approach certain situations. Aloy's focus ability is also getting an upgrade and will now show areas that are meant for free climbing. Furthermore, it gives her the ability to override more machines for mounts or combat. I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail because IGN's like breaking it down. But anyway, what did you think of this?
I got a couple thoughts. As a guy who plays a lot of Ratchet and Clank, I was watching that trailer, and as they're showing off the different armaments that Aloy has at her disposal at this point, I was like, this feels like a Ratchet and Clank game, where it's like rather than the rope caster, now you got a slingshot that shoots like goo.
You're talking about the
yeah. Not to mention the glider that you had mentioned from the IGN article, just screams Breath of the Wild to me, and it's just like, did it have to be like a hologram sort of thing? Couldn't you just made
I did think
like
about
a collapsible kite?
I did think about it. I was like, yo, that's totally straight out of Breath of the Wild right there. Come on now. Yeah, y'all ain't even gonna be coy. But what I find funny is because we didn't get the release date, and I believe Breath of the Wild is the reason why we didn't get a release date. I don't think they want to go up against Breath of the Wild 2 like the first one did. So
yeah, that makes sense.
I don't see a release date until, Nintendo finally be like, hey, Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out in October or something like that. You never know. So
we might get a confirmation within the next month.
Yeah.
The other thing was that I like how they stepped up the melee combat where you reveal like a weakness on the enemy, and then like a target somewhere on their body that you can then up with an arrow in order to do extra damage. The different melee combinations is really cool. I feel like they undercut themselves slightly with the big finish against the giant elephant mech, because by the end, both myself and some of my friends who also played Horizon Zero Dawn were sitting there kind of going like, well, why didn't they just shoot the tank at the belly at the start of it? I know you gotta show it off, but like you reveal a giant weakness on this thing. It's like, well, now the rest seem pointless.
Yeah, but I gotta say the little robot dinosaur things in the beginning, I thought the one in the first game looked like, oh, those are raptors. The ones they showed in this one, Those are motherfucking raptors. They got fucking chainsaw.
They had the feather.
They got chainsaw blade teeth.
Yes.
I was like, ooh.
I noticed that too. It's like, and I liked how they practically had feathers.
So yeah,
lots of raptors had feathers.
No, motherfucker. But I'm gonna try to recreate the scene from Jurassic World where Chris Pratt's character was
girl.
No, not that scene. I'm gonna recreate me riding the raptor dinosaurs with other raptor dinosaurs following me behind me. So, I mean, I can't wait for the game.
I thought you were talking about the raptor on the. I thought you were talking about the raptor on the airplane.
Alan, shut the fuck up! Don't bring it. We don't bring up Jurassic Park 3, okay? Alan, shut up. Shut up. I'm gonna be thinking. I'm
gonna be scared to go underwater with the crocodiles in there.
Yeah. But what sucks is, for me, I gotta play this first one game now. I gotta beat it because I'm fully lost. I don't know what's going on. So don't fucking spoil this game for me. Anybody that watches or anything like that, don't be in the comments. Be like, "Oh, this is what happened. Humanity, we're all clones," or something, which probably might be true.
You see, my opinion of the original game, and I remember this because I made a bet with your brother. Him and I both agreed he'd play Mass Effect Andromeda. This is back when I was so sure Andromeda would be a great game, and he's been kind of light on the Mass Effect franchise. And his thing was that I would play Horizon Zero Dawn because I was not all that excited for the game. I was kind of meh when the game, but when the game came out, I quickly realized this was a great game. But the one thing about it that I didn't really give a fuck about were the tribes. Everything involving like human civilization as it stands in the game, I didn't give a fuck about. It's like there were two sides of the story. There's the ancient world that you learn about, and then there's these tribes that you're introduced to. I couldn't give a fuck about the tribes. I wanted to find out how we got to that point.
Yeah, because
that's what really drew me into.
About to say
for Horizon,
because like when I'm playing it, like I don't know how many damn times I restarted this game. I might start this damn thing over for like the 5th or 6th time, and it's just so hard to get through the beginning because I'm like you. I'm not interested in these tribes and stuff like that. I just want to keep going. I want to know what I want to know what happened. Why is the world like the way it is? So
exactly, and to be honest, that story is interesting as fuck. It's definitely worth it, man. If you can't remember it, then by all means, you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
that's for sure. So, just don't get an Aloy tattoo. You don't need one.
Nah, that's Poison Ivy.
Wrong.
I mean, she is a redhead, so I can say it's Aloy.
Okay,
you never know. But we've kind of brushed up on what we've been playing. We still playing Mass Effect here and there, but I've been jumping around playing other games, and I say one game.
Final Fantasy.
No, I'm not playing Final Fantasy. I still need to go back to play Returnal. Damn, thought I had something here.
Thank you, PlayStation Access, for spoiling that story.
What? Don't tell me nothing.
They did.
Don't tell me
I ain't gonna tell you nothing. But PlayStation All Access did a video on best games to play a second time through, and Returnal was on their list, and I got a lot of the plot details from it. Yeah. They didn't give it all, but I got a lot of the plot details.
Yeah, but yeah, I can't wait to play a couple games. Next month. Once again, I'm like, damn, I can't get away from fucking new games coming out. So we got, even though it's not really new except for one part of the game, we got Final Fantasy VII Intergrade coming out next month. So I'm gonna be playing that for the platinum again. I hope the hell trophies transfer over and be like, hey, you did this in the last game, so we're gonna let you go ahead and get those trophies back. So
if I had to guess, it's gonna be a whole new thing of trophies, including the originals.
I probably bet.
And we have Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, it'll be.
Or is that July?
No,
I'm pretty sure it's June.
That's next month, buddy. Next month.
The 9th?
No, I think it's the 10th. 10th, I believe. Oh,
It is
okay.
11th. 11th.
Either way, don't care. It's coming out. We're
We
playing
both failed the Price is Right.
Yeah, so yeah, and not just talking about games coming up. I know we haven't like talked about projects or anything. Like I mentioned earlier, I got a project talking about Xbox, and their Game Pass and what games to get. Another project I'm trying to get going is the review for A Quiet Place Part 2. I actually saw it in theaters Thursday, so I got some thoughts about it. I can just tell you I enjoyed it. Better than the first movie.
All right.
Better than the first. And when I mean better than the first movie, I'm not saying, oh, this is way better than the first one. I'm talking about the theater experience because I saw it in a theater that doesn't give a fuck about people talking. So when they got to the quiet parts in the first one, people were talking. This one, I was in the theater that actually gave a fuck, Alamo Drafthouse. When it got quiet, it got quiet. And I mean, it was so quiet. I was hearing cars outside the theater. I was like, is this part of the movie? Where those people I'm like, those people in the cars are gonna die. They're stupid. Why did they go to start a car? So yeah, I was glad this time I can actually enjoy the experience of it when those quiet parts hit. So
okay.
Other than, you got anything you're got your mindset like, I want you to do some projects here,
Nothing off the top of my head just yet.
Oh yeah,
trying to work.
Go ahead, finish what you got to say.
Just trying to work a couple things out.
Yeah,
but
yeah, because I forgot I was playing Terminator Resistance, and I still haven't finished that game, and I really want to make the review for it because I feel like this game is like a mixed bag. It gets so much hate, and then people who love the franchise love this game. So I'm the person that loves Terminator, so I'm like kind of conflicted. I was like, I can see where this game wants to be, and I just can't really feel it. Like I can't enjoy it the way it was trying to be. So like now that I've got the PS5 enhanced version, I'm looking at them like, and I can tell you one of the things I'm already knocking off the review for it because I've had the PS4 version. I cannot bring my save over from the PS4 version to the PS5 version, so I got to start a whole. I got to start.
Yeah, I'm seeing that a lot now.
I'm like, no, I don't want to start over. I'm already already halfway through the PS4 version. Just let me play that again. Play it. But anywho, that's gonna be.
I'm seeing that a lot.
Yeah, that's gonna be it for us today. Like, comment, subscribe. All that nice, good stuff. I'm Roy. That's Azzy. Oh wait, that's right. You're over there today, sucker. Until then, deuces.
Peace.